Really haven't been able to film much. The wind has been terrible. I believe it's still terrible. Whoa, how you like that hand in there? Right up at the front. Great camera work, good job. I got this pulled around. I had a few hours after I finished the Scotty. I just wanted to knock these windows out and see how they were. And see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And they all need to be touched in one way or another. Didn't even have one of those, and that window up there was bad. I've already sent the door off to Max Aluminum, have them bend me a new door. I've torn some stuff out. It's just a mess. It is just a mess. I'm telling you, let me show you these cabinets. I'm going to do my best to get close. I don't really care for the sliding ones unless they just have to be there, and I don't like that spot for it here. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I got to let this camper get to me. But there's no doors on those. There never were. So they're just cubbies, and I don't feel like that is what our new owners, our new customers are going to want. Now this is super cool. Let me get this back to here. It's really long here. It's probably every bit of 18 inches. And then it ducks down to about 12 right there. So I can show you, if you got a good look at it, it's on an angle. So that curves in and that curves in, meets that piece in the middle over the sink. Try to give you as much storage there as they can, and then you can still work on the sink in front of the window. Just trash everywhere. I got this giant closet door off. We'll recreate that because, you know, I like doing that now. The small little shelf in the back, that was to hold the bunks that were on here. You won't be going back with any bunks. I'll probably put a shelf in here for new customers. I do have to tell you about our customers and what they want. Pretty cool. Not completely different than what we do, but it's different. It's going to capture my attention, and I hope it captures yours. That's the bed. Somebody was overbuilding. Let me take you inside and show you a couple of pieces of interest that I saved, and some treasures. First off, look at these guys. Right now they're electric, but we're going to unelectric them. Well, at least, you know, 110 them. Hey, I got a new caulking gun. That thing looks like it's been used once. These lights, I don't think that they make those anymore. I'm going to look around, but I don't think they do. It's a pretty new box and breakers. They didn't hardly use much in it because it was an add-on. Then look at these treasures I found. I don't know what it is. I like it though. And look at that. God bless our trailer. I know Dog Patch is going to try and steal this C3 Corvette from me. He's got his eye on it right now, don't you, Dog Patch? But too bad it's not for sale. Okay. Pretty cool though. Over here, I got this. Oh geez, just start praying for me now because I got that whole glass out. I've got to tear it completely apart. And I want to reuse that glass. Can you imagine how much? I didn't even know what that would cost to have that cut. That's just good thoughts. Send me your vibes. And 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 4 of the windows down there. Door frame needs a lot of attention, but that's okay. We can do that. And they've got some interesting, and that's not one of them. Here's one. More great camera work. So glad. Look at these, kind of look like a bullet on the end, don't they? Kind of neat. I don't know. Different. I like it. I like it. So let me stop right here and tell you what our new camper friends like. So on this comment, I think it's titled as a 61. I really need to go back and look. I think it's a 50 something. I think it's a 55. I don't know. It looks like one from the book that Jim gave me. But anyway, so as you know, like we all do, we're going with 30 amp service. We're going with AC. We're going with a refrigerator. No. They have declined all of those things. And I'm like, we're not really budget builders. You know, I'll help you out any way I can, but I got to kind of, you know, what's wrong with the refrigerator? What's wrong with an AC? Things can get cold. Need to get cold. And I said, well, no. We live in New Mexico. We go camping at elevation. If you've ever been in Colorado at elevation, you don't need an air conditioner. At no point are you begging for an air con. So we're going to put a fantastic fan in. We've done that. It runs off 12 volt. So what about a refrigerator? No, don't need it. It's not how we roll. We're going off grid. We want the 12 volt that you've been putting in. That's a pretty stout system. That's what we want. I said, well, I'll do that for you. So as we discussed more and more, we're going with some outlets, just some regular outlets, and some, they plug your phone in, plug the laptop in, some of those. Nothing crazy. Enough, maybe to power coffee maker in the morning. Cook outside, don't want a range in it. No cooktop. Fine with me. But I did talk them into some 30 amp. They didn't want it. I said, just let me put enough in there that if you ever change your mind, you can add on. Because I just put one breaker in there, room for two. I'll run you just one or two outlets, maybe a light. Nobody will ever know. But then you can add on to it. And they thought that might just be a good idea. So we're going to do that. And I'll feel better about that. I'll feel like, no extra charge. That's just from me to you. I think you should have that. You never know. You never know. So we're going to do that. And they said on the interior, they gave me very little that I had to do. But they wanted to look like a Rob the Rebuilder on the inside. So we're doing that. It's going to be wood. I don't think we're doing any paint at all, except on the hinges. They're the hardware. They'd like a rose gold, which is not out of the realm of something we would do. I think it'll add a nice touch. I think they're going with some grays in their flooring and in their Wilson art. So I think it'll be a nice little touch. So, I don't know what we decided on a sink, because I'm looking now. I didn't have one in it, and I don't have one, I don't think. We might have to go stainless. I better go look into that. So that's where we sit on that. Interesting that we're just going off grid. Oh, we're going to have a hand pump. I think I'm still going to put city water in, just for the heck of it. I mean, we're not talking about a big expense there. We're coming in on the budget. Definitely have to have water out. So I think we'll be good there. I got to go back and look at my notes, because as you can see, I keep sneaking in a little. You've already seen it. The Scotty. She's coming to get it next weekend. So it's kind of just chilling out here. So my mind is really on this Scotty, because I love this Scotty. Love this little Scotty. And so I had a long conversation with the customer and the other customer on the Comet. So I'm a little crossed wires right now. But I do know that we're going off grid. We're going Sirius 12 volt with solar. And they're camping off grid most of the time in Colorado, or New Mexico. I'm sorry, I said Colorado earlier. I meant New Mexico. They're from New Mexico. They'll be camping at elevation in New Mexico. Do it twice theater as I talk. All right, I'm going to call it a day, and because really this is a Saturday that I'm filming this, and we're gonna do a live. And so I gotta go get ready for that. At least wash my hands, for heaven's sakes. And I'll get back on it tomorrow. It's just super, super windy. I don't want to take the skin off and bend everything up. So I just want some good crisp measurements on this deal. Never done a Comet before. I don't know if we'll ever get another one, but some cool stuff. I'll show you as we go. Let me bring you up to speed. I saved that front piece just because it's cool. Can't reuse it, but it is cool. Got this done. I kept this side though. This is the side that I'm going to use as my pattern. That is what we're going to base this whole trailer off of once we get everything gone and get started back. Not gonna, I don't know, I may have to take parts of this roof off for now. I may just wait till this thing falls. There's not much holding it up. You can see right here. It's really rotted there. And I think if I go inside, well, this is terrible. But I think if I take this structure out, I think I can just push it off to the side there. And then just work at it that way. Really, I've got my measurements off of that because I'm going to recreate that. Otherwise, there wasn't that much left for me to know what was original. So we're just going to make it really vintage and really cool is what we're going to do. And that's kind of the things we like to do here. Vintage and cool. This side, I wasn't so careful with on the skin. So I've got a pile of the door side right here. That's just going directly to the dump. And that's the back piece. Sorry about my shadow there. Now over here, that is very carefully set not the door side. And when I get Scotty out next week, I will pull this in and I will pop rivet it back together, and that will be my pattern. So I'm gonna be very careful with that. Not so much this. This jack, I didn't think the jack would work as well as it did. It works great. I'm gonna take it apart a little bit, I think, and just lube it up, and I think it's gonna be good because it's cool. It's, you know, it's got a nice look about it. So that's where we're going with that. We got to get a new axle. So as soon as I get all of this down and off and get to a place where I can make a measurement on the axle, I'm going to get that ordered. Bye-bye to that vent. Hello to Fantastic Fan. All right, I'm going to try not to endanger my life any more than I already have. Maybe videotaping my eventual demise. Stay tuned. I think the roof's holding it together. But it's at an angle now that I can get at the roof without getting on top of the roof and it falling on me. A little setback. We're gonna turn oranges into lemonade or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out though. Do not adjust your set. Well, I don't know if it's progress or not, but I got that figured out. What a bunch of trash. Remember, I've already taken 2 loads to the dump. Remember, that first one was just right out of this. But here's where we're at. Still haven't ruined that, so that's good. I'm not necessarily trying to save it. as much as I'd like to, but we're not gonna reuse it. Much easier to get to the roof now. Obviously, when it's on the side, it's a wall now. You know, it's not that hard to take out until you gotta take that out. Otherwise, it holds the whole roof in. So now it's just where I can get at it, and nothing a Sawzall can't fix. So let's tear it up. Tear it up. Love it.